Hello wonderful person, this is Adam, and today we're going for a live robot dive on the Great Barrier Reef. So here we are on the Teleportal website, and we're going to click Control Robot, and let's go. So the server takes about 30 seconds, it gets to about 42% to spool up, and then once that server is ready in Sydney, then we'll be connected to the robot. So as we go through this process, through the dive, I'm going to let you know little tips and tricks and what's going through my mind as I control the robot, so to give you a bit of a better idea. And I'll also show you where the robot is as well. There's a little map page when you're controlling the robot, and you can see where it is from there. And yeah, you can control this robot anytime. You just head to this Teleportal website, which the link is in the description. And if the robot's available, you can take it for a spin and have your own underwater adventure. Alright, 41, 42, must be getting close. Should be sending us over to the robot very soon. Here we go. Okay. And there we go. So the first few minutes of the connection, because it's a 4G connection traveling 30 kilometers out to sea, it just takes a little while to get stable. So we'll just give it a minute, and in the meantime I'll show you where we are. So we're diving on Arlington Reef, is the name of this reef on the Great Barrier Reef in Australia. And if I zoom out, you'll see there's Arlington Reef. It's an absolutely huge reef actually. And keep zooming out, there's Cairns right there, and this is the Great Barrier Reef on the Queensland coast. If I zoom right out, you'll recognise the top of Australia. There we go. Alright, well, let's get into it. So first thing we're going to do is arm the robot, and we're in stability mode, which is going to keep it reasonably steady, and it's also going to hold our heading as well. So looking over the compass, very important to see which direction we're heading at the start, which is west. So that means we're already all the way to the west we can go, and so we really need to head in an easterly direction or north or south to have heaps of tether available to us. So I'll just do a 180-degree turn here, and we should be able to see our tether just to confirm that. Yeah, so our tether's in the easterly direction. Awesome. So let's tilt the camera down, and we're going to start to descend, and we're going to keep an eye on our depth here, and that's going to slowly go down, and also keep an eye on our sonar. This is our forward facing sonar, and this will tell us how far we've got to go, and I keep an eye on that. Once we get to about 2 meters, I start to slow down just to make sure we're not rocketing down too fast. Looks like we've got some coral reef underneath us today, which is nice. I'm just going to turn around a little bit. So this first bit of coral here, probably the most common type of coral on Arlington Reef, it's called elephant ear coral. And it's a soft coral, and it's very furry at the moment because all the little animals, the coral polyps, are actually out feeding at the moment. This is a sunset dive. It's right on sunset. One of my favourite times to go for a dive. Generally the animals are quite active. A lot of the daytime animals are slowing down, and the nighttime animals are starting to come out. The colours are generally a little bit muted because of the low sun, low light, but I still think it's pretty cool. So we're just going to go for a little drive here, see what we can find. Lots of fishies around. Pretty cool. Keeping an eye on that sonar, trying to keep it above a meter. Oh, little yellowfish. These are butterfly fish swimming past. Very cool. So I'm just going to get a little bit of situational awareness, just kind of turn around a little bit, see where we are. Okay. Head up this way. We'll probably stick in the shallows here, about 5 meters deep. Generally, you have a lot better clarity of water, and there's a lot more sun getting through. So it's you can see a lot more. This black thing here is actually related to a sea star. It's called a feather star. Alrighty, see the sonar warning came on, And when that happens, you lose 50% of your power to slow you down so you don't hit anything. And so it's always best to keep it above 100 so you have the full range of the robot. So right now, I'm just going for a little bit of a drive. Just seeing what we can find. That little patch of coral was nice there, but didn't have as many fish as I desire. So we're going to head out into the wild wilderness and see what else we can find. Sometimes you'll spend some time over sand, but if you keep heading in one direction, you'll only be for a minute or two before you come back onto some reef. Getting a little bit close there. If you find you're having a bit of trouble going somewhere, just take your finger off the key and push it again. Sometimes some of your commands get lost in translation on the way to the server. And yeah, the latency is pretty good, but of course if you're in the United States or Europe, well, I can't beat the speed of light, so there might be a second delay or something like that, depending on your internet connection. It is all running through Amazon Web Services though, so there's a lot of fiber optic links there, so it should be pretty good as long as you have a good internet connection. Alright, we'll just go for a little bit more of a cruise, because today I really just wanted to show you what it's all about and how easy it is to drive around. There is a simulator on the website as well if you want to do some practicing first before you control the real robot and make sure that you got the driving down pat. Oh, see, I got a little bit too close. So what it's done, it's just disarmed the vehicle and it's floating up to the surface. I can grab back control of it at any time by just tapping any button, and away I go again. It's just a safety feature to make sure that you're not doing any damage to the reef. Alrighty. So folks, I think I'm going to leave it there. Nice, short and sweet. At the end of you go, very, very easy. You can just disarm the robot, like so, and it will start to slowly float back up to the surface, and it'll be ready for the next person to use. Don't forget to hit end session and you'll get your session summary. If you had any issues during the dive, hit submit feedback and let us know about it. If you took any photos, hit the gallery page and you can download them and share them on social media. So ladies and gentlemen, if you'd like to support what we're doing here, support us on Patreon. Links in the description below. And of course, like, share, and yeah, if you know someone who likes scuba diving and likes robots, maybe share this video with them. But most of all, enjoy the rest of your day, and ciao for now.